Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today we are building in Willow Creek, and this build was a request from Strawberry029, who had left a comment on the channel requesting I do a build on the BFF slot. So this is a very interestingly shaped lot, and it's actually quite large for this area in Willow Creek. So I was happy to attempt to build a house. Originally, I thought about just remodeling the house that they have, and while the floor plan was nice, this house kind of, I wouldn't say it kept the original shape, because it didn't by no means keep the original shape of the house, but it definitely had a little bit of inspiration, but we could just say it was expanded upon. I am actually calling this the Garden Essence Reno, which the house that the BFF's household lives in is called the Garden Essence. So it's not really considered a renovation. It's more like a demolition, but I think the end result becomes a very nice house. As far as packs, I used a very limited amount of packs. Cats and dogs for the first time in a speed build on the channel. Dream, probably. I don't know. I'm not sure on that claim I just made. Dream Home Decorator, I use that all the time. I used Bathroom Clutter, Everyday Clutter, and the Desert Luxe Kit, which I used for some of the outdoor items just in the back or side yard, rather, like the two chairs and the barbecue grill, because I think those looked very nice and fit with the overall style of the house. So there is some elevation to the build. It sits up quite higher than I normally do it, but I kind of wanted some elevation to this. Originally, I thought about doing this like nice, dark, like moody colored siding on the house, but then I'm like, I've never actually used this like shaker, like cedar shaker wallpaper from Cats and Dogs. So I'm like, why not? So we end up settling for this brown color, and then I just started replacing things to kind of better tie into the overall like color of the house. So I found these base game columns, which actually came in the perfect color swatch, but I do swap them out for white anyway, because I felt like there was too much brown going on. There is a nice mixture of white and brown now. And then the roof, I believe we do change that back. No, maybe it stays the same. I'm pretty sure it stays the same, but I feel like we did change it to shakers, but I could be wrong on that. So yeah, we do use Cats and Dogs windows throughout the build, which I don't think I've used those in a build either. But I really liked the color swatch that they came in, but also just the style for this house. I feel like it fit well. So this house has 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. It's on a 40 by 30 lot. I built it in Willow Creek. And it only comes in at 59,537 simoleons, which is higher than a starter. So I'm not even going to classify this as a starter. We could just say we're taking a break on the starters for now, but I will be back this weekend with a new starter build, which I'm hoping everyone will like. So I have a couple of ideas in mind, so hopefully that'll work out quite well. But as for this build, I also used a lot of Cats and Dogs furnishings. The kitchen is Dream Home Decorator. I wanted a like white timeless kitchen, and it kind of went very well with the hardwood floor and just the overall like darker wood tones. I think it just looks like a really nice, cute little kitchen. The table, I'm pretty sure, is Cats and Dogs, as are the chairs and the light on the ceiling above. And I've never really used those items, so I thought, you know what? Let's just use them. And I think it just fits well with the build. So I'm just trying to find a rug. That rug is actually really nice. That's also Cats and Dogs, believe it or not, which is very, like, I think like the geometric shapes on it seem very kind of modern to me, but not to say that like Cats and Dogs is like classical or anything like that, but it's, I don't know, it just has more of like a homey feel to it. Like the items and the wallpapers and stuff have more like a country or yeah, basically like a country vibe to it. And I don't know, that rug just seems a little. It's not the only rug I think that came with cats and dogs, but it just seems a little more on the modern side of things. But I do use this lovely little couch from. I also want to say that's probably cats and dogs. Generally, when I pick a main expansion pack, I tend to try and use items from that expansion pack. So I'm pretty sure that either those are. I have to say that couch is definitely not base game. It's got to be cats and dogs. Either that, or if I had to take a guess, maybe Dream Home Decorator, but I really don't think so, because I think Dream Home Decorator is mostly kitchen items. So in here is the bathroom. I do a tub, shower, toilet, and sink. So basically it's, a full 4-piece bathroom. There's only one bathroom in the house, so I didn't feel like adding another bathroom. I didn't feel like we needed it for this house because the bathroom is kind of center in the bedrooms, but it's also still accessible to the main living area as well pretty quickly. So I think one bathroom is pretty good for this house. Originally I was going to do blue, and then I thought, you know what, that's just a little too much blue. So I was like trying to find something a little different. I do end up going with this darker color, and I do change out the tile, I believe, or maybe I kept that the same. Maybe I did. I kept that a little lighter, but I wanted a darker blue because I thought it was like too much of a light color blue. So, yeah. In some other news, we are 7 days away from the Growing Together expansion pack. 7 days. Right now it's Wednesday, so basically a full week, and we have the new expansion. So that's very exciting. My Growing Together giveaway on Twitter is massive. There's so many people that have entered, so thank you so much if you've entered, and if you have not, please take your shot. I mean, I'm only giving away 2 copies for right now, but I may do some in the future. We'll see how it goes. I would like to do an additional maybe 2 or 3 copies again to give away. I probably won't do another giveaway, but maybe I will, like, just do a whole new, like, having to enter kind of thing. But maybe not. Maybe I'll just go and pick some people from the original contest entry. But for now, at least for this initial giveaway, we're going to do just 2 copies. So that's exciting. I will leave a link in the video description to the tweet on how you can enter if you have Twitter. And if not, that's okay. I do plan to do a future giveaway here on the channel. Just need to figure out how I'm going to do that. But yeah, hopefully we can do some giveaways over here instead of just on Twitter. I think that would be pretty fun, or at least start it on Twitter, but it ends here maybe somehow. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I do have to say, for these bedrooms being a little bit on the small side, they're actually quite spacious. And I was able to fit pretty much every piece of furnishing you could, I was going to say you could need, but I mean, there is more things and items you could put in a bedroom, but for this kind of house, just, the bed's dresser, I did it squeeze in a chair in here, but I do think I take that out because I'm like, no, but I did like the lights. So we kept the light, but I felt like the chair was intruding too much into the bedroom. And then with that like 3-piece light there, I just really couldn't, fit it any closer to the back corner of that wall, and it just didn't feel right. So I think we're pretty much finishing up here on the main living space. I do throw a little bit of clutter around, some pots, plants. I did try to put the llama on that bookshelf, but for whatever reason, it did not want to go there. Now we're moving to the outside. I used cats and dogs railing, which I thought this was quite nice. I don't believe I've ever used that before, at least not yet from my memory. And then I borrowed the original fence that the BFF's house originally had and made kind of like a fenced-in yard all the way around. And I tie in some of the trees with the trees around Willow Creek. and just do the general landscaping. I tried to mimic the houses behind. They had like rows of trees, so I kind of wanted to continue that along the back edge. And then there's also that like community garden right behind this house. So I didn't feel like we needed too much to do in this side yard. Rather, I do try putting a tree here, but then I'm like, no, let's size it down because it just seems like it's like in your face, especially if you're trying to look into that like one smaller bedroom. It's just right there. So I do come back and I take that tree out because I'm just like, no, this tree isn't working, and I just end up with smaller flowering bushes. And this area will become the seating area and the barbecue grill area, and then this other area that I kind of tied together is meant to park a car. I could have probably used a decorative car, but I did not. But it's generally to give the impression that there's a driveway there, and a sim would pull a car there. So would be really cool if we got cars in the future. Like I'd be happy with like Sims 2 style cars where they basically just get in and then drive to like the corner and then it goes right to the loading screen. Kind of like how they do it now. Like they just kind of run off to a point in the world and just then it goes to a loading screen. Like I think if they were in a car, it would just only go so far, and then when you enter the lot, it would kind of be the same. It would be nice, but I really, really do hope we could maybe see cars for The Sims 4 before we get to The Sims 5. But I don't know. I mean, but never say never, because originally we didn't have toddlers, we didn't have pools. Now we're getting upgraded babies. So like you never really know what they're planning. So you can find Garden Essence Reno on the Sims 4 gallery. Again, it's a 40 by 30 lot, only 59,537 simoleons. So it's up there, but it's not like overly up there. And it's a very nice house, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. So I think it'd be like a good mid-level house to move into. I wouldn't really classify this as a starter, but also I did remember light switches in this house, so that's good. I wanted that for just some extra decorative purposes, so you'll find them scattered around in different areas to play pretend and, you know, pretend to turn the lights on, even though they're always on anyway. So I do hope you enjoyed this speed build. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I will be working on another starter for the next video. So I do thank you for watching this one, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon.